What's up, everybody? Cedric and CJ here, CR Wrestling Commentary. We'll be reviewing SmackDown because it's Friday night SmackDown-ish. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, click that bell, do all that stuff, you know, yada, 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 yada. So this is January the 10th. So, before we get into that, I want to get your thoughts. You can say it again on Penta's debut. What were your thoughts?
Oh, aside from the ending sequence, I thought it was a decent match. I've always said that when Penta wrestles solo, and especially if he has a good opponent, you see the best out of him. And I feel that that's what we saw in this match. Now, the Canadian Destroyer should have been the end of it, especially the way it put Chad Gable down. But it wasn't. You put on two more devastating moves and got the pin. It was a step too far, but that aside, I actually enjoyed the match.
So that's how she feels, and I thought the match was okay. I thought it was a standard match, much better than what you would see in AEW. Penta didn't do a whole lot of indie stuff. There's indie, there's professional, but then once you get to professional, what you gonna do? Are you gonna be like Company, or are you gonna be more of a freestyle professional? But a professional should know what they're doing, how they're doing it. They need to have ring psychology and whatnot. I thought the only issues I really have is the camera didn't focus on Penta's walk. His intro walk, because I like that. I think that's the coolest little boast that anyone's had in a while.
I think as production catches on, we'll see that more.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to the feet. That's, navel down. He's doing his intro strut, navel down. Mm-hmm. Once he's done, come back up. That's how you do that.
Yeah, just show the whole thing, then you can pan around to the crowd.
Yeah. I do like the drone, though. I like the little drone flying around. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
They need some serious professionals working with it, because I like to see it get right up in somebody's face. It'd be nice to see the cameraman showing the drone. That would be cool. Camera showing the camera that's filming the person. I think that would be cool, right? Mm-hmm. The Tope con Hilo that he 90% missed. Gable went down, but
he didn't take the brunt of that at all.
Yeah, the floor ate most of that.
Yeah, Penta just basically hit the floor.
Penta did sell. I'm gonna say some good things. Penta sold his leg very well,
and throughout the match.
Yep. He sold like Bloody Mercy when the leg was wrapped around the post.
Oh my goodness, he just screamed inside the camera like he took an axe to it, man.
It's like, too much selling, Penta. Too much.
Dial it back some.
But the fact that he even sold it like that and then kept selling the leg throughout the match, that was good. That gave me hope. I was like, somebody's going to keep selling it good. Good. But this was a thing that says, let Penta show everything he can do. No. This match should have been at best 4 minutes. Penta should do a few things, show that he can wrestle, chain wrestle, do some back and forth arm drags and stuff, a drop kick or two, elbow drop, a leg drop maybe, a senton, work the ground game a little bit, There's aerial groundwork, which is why I mentioned the senton and stuff, or a splash, a jumping elbow drop, things like that. Get a hold of Gable like that. Don't have to go into the German suplexes. Don't have to take, German suplexes on the apron, which should have been a knockout, count out spot. But, don't do the Destroyer if you're not going to win with it, because now it becomes the Blue Thunder Bomb.
It is the Blue Thunder Bomb.
And, don't do the arm break thing, because that's what somebody does when they're trying to get revenge. That's like, I owe you, and I'm going to snap your arm. That's what that is. And so Gable got to sell a non-broken arm like it's broke. And Then Penta hits Made in Japan that they call the Penta Driver. And I agree with Stevie Richards. You know, he made me think, you gonna do a finishing move, make sure you can do it on everybody. He ain't gonna pick up McIntyre like that. And if he do, the chance of injuring him is grand. That's stuff I wouldn't think about. I would not.
But you know what? He's not gonna battle with McIntyre.
Nope. McIntyre's a top guy. Penta is mid-card.
Yep.
He'll win the Intercontinental title at some point, somehow, some way.
And that's about it.
They'll free Phoenix and somehow get tag titles or something.
Yeah.
Or he might join LWO, Latino World Order.
That's a thing?
I think so. I think they still got that. I don't. Yeah, I there's a lot that I like that Penta was doing. I liked his promo. I like how he switched from English to Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his family was there and whatnot. You'd have thought he won the world title. But yeah, Penta, I think he did very well. You know, I think he did very well. I think his promo should have been a lot shorter, but I get it. He's not going to get this again. And plus, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say this. They're going to Tony Khan him.
Yeah, and plus what Michael Cole said, it was the worst kept secret, so everybody been talking about it, so they might as well give him a little bit of shine.
Yeah. It's like, it's obvious, so let's go ahead and, yeah, I get that. And I'm really not against it. So, and we got that over with. So SmackDown, we're going to get on there, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So Paul Heyman, he comes out, he acknowledges Roman Reigns, and he lets people know that he has news, but he doesn't want to just simply share it with them or those at home and the talent in the back, but he wants to say it face to face in front of Cody Rhodes. So Cody comes out, roaring ovation.
The whole intro.
Yep. Cody and Paul shake hands. And look, you're going for a promo. You don't need all that. It's your music. You come out, you walk to the ring. You don't need everything.
No, you don't.
You don't need the pyro. Especially when you're coming out for a match later.
Yep.
Anyway. So Cody and Paul shake hands, adding to the original bloodline being baby faces. Paul informs Cody that Roman wants his belt back and that, Cody wants it, informs Cody that Roman wants his belt back and that there could be no surprises, but there will be a spoiler. And the spoiler is that Roman will enter the Royal Rumble to earn his chance at the title. Paul then asks Cody, what does he want to talk about? Before Cody can say anything, Cody had to drag it out like, I'm going to speak. Then Kevin Owens, he has a mic. He's like in the crowd, breezeway area, I guess. And then Kevin points out the mistakes Cody's made, and Cody runs out to try to get him, and then they fight amongst the fans. And then from behind Paul, Jacob and Tama, they're in the ring.
Jacob had on awesome shoes.
Yep. Tama did too. Quit that. So, let me leaving Tama out.
Tama's cool, but I like Jacob's shoes.
I like Jacob's shoes,
if
but
it ain't
Tama's
cost too
was
much.
just as
I
good.
have some.
I ain't arguing about no man's shoes. Look. So, Paul turns around and he puts on the brakes, and Cedric enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah. His brakes still work.
Then Jimmy runs out. Big Jim, he runs out. Jacob eats a chair to the back, and then he shuts down Jimmy.
Yep.
Tama and Jacob beat down Jimmy, and then one of the producers, as they said, commentary said, they came out and ring, got dusted off by Jacob.
Jimmy's not 100%. You can see it.
Yeah, when he ran to the ring, his toe was probably about 70% healed. They probably got a small brace on it to protect it. Because everything he did was flat foot. His jumping and stuff, he didn't really flex his ankles too much. It was flat foot as he could be. So he's protecting himself. And that's what he should do. Cody eventually makes his way back down the stairs. And then back from the break, Jacob tells the staff, they better think about their life, because there's no way they're going to get him outside. And then LA Knight just comes in and throws him out. He just sneak attack Jacob, throws him out, pushing him outside the door and shutting it. And Knight's like, you know, I just put him outside and I got to go title to win. And Nick Aldis had to work hard to not crack up laughing at that.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him because that was funny.
It was funny.
That was funny. LA Knight is another example of WWE stupidity. LA Knight should have came in over. But they did all this other, well, you know, I see, I can mark out for LA Knight. You know? Eli Drake.
Yeah, really.
So then we get a women's U.S. title match. It's Michin versus Chelsea Green. We skipped it. Chelsea should not defend, but should open the matches against a hometown girl for 3 minutes and show her stuff in a more direct way and win decisively. And to be honest with you, I wrote this days before. When did we watch SmackDown? It was like last night. Last night. I mentioned stuff about Chelsea so long ago. You're going to do right. You know, put her against some enhancement talent. Let everybody know what she can do instead of this win by luck and all this other crap. And what I wrote about her, when I listened today, Stevie Richards was saying the same thing about Penta. Put him against some hometown people, some enhancement talent. Let them win, short matches, yada, yada, yada. But
I can't agree with that.
Why not?
Because it's not like he's an unknown that needs to be built up. Everybody and their wrestling mama know who it is. You can't act like, oh, he's new to the game. No, you can't do that.
I get it. I know exactly where you're coming from. I get it. But the crowd would have liked it a whole lot more for Penta to go in there and go back and forth a little bit for a few minutes with a home down person or WWE talent that's not on any main roster and win in about 5 or 6 minutes in a great way.
I don't know, because Gable has got so much heat, obviously.
Gable has got, that's funny to do heat. They don't dislike Chad Gable.
But he's got heat. And there's still a contrast to Penta, who is obviously well loved in this highly Latino crowd. They were in it the entire time.
Yeah, and they were. I see where you're coming from, and I get it. And I can't even disagree with it. That dynamic, yes. I just really, Chad Gable, you shouldn't lose to someone like Penta. I know that.
But unfortunately, he was great for him to work with.
He's the raw version of Naomi.
Yeah.
That's what he is. So, Michin, I wrote, is a waste of decent competition. Chelsea defends her title by floating back on a capture crossbody and hooking the tights after looking nearly out on her feet. Doesn't sit right at all. It just looks fake. She looked like she was dazed, unconscious. Crossbody got the wherewithal all of a sudden. I got the 1, 2, 3, and the count looked bad. She rolled her up barely, hooked the tights somewhat. Then Piper puts down Michin afterwards, and that's after Michin had attacked her on the apron before losing. Now we get to Los Garza, which is Angel and Berto versus Pretty Deadly, the figure skating people.
That's what it looked like, a pair of figure skaters.
So we skipped that. This match reeked of noob, and everything they do takes a long time to set up, and that was the beginning. Mm-hmm. That was before we skipped. I just wasn't feeling it. Los Garza, they won with the double elevated reverse power slam, at least from the odd angle they gave us on seeing it. Mm-hmm. Close up and then at weird angles. It's like, okay, y'all had him up and y'all slammed him. Y'all did something. All right, good job. Okay.
Yeah, it's over.
Congratulations. Then we get the U.S. title match, which could have been the main event. Now, it wasn't that good, but I would rather see this than a match for nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura, it was a standard but good match.
It was.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
It was also standard. Knight applied an original Boston Crab. I was like, that's the original right there.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. I think the last time we saw it was, I can't think of his name right there.
Yeah, me neither.
It's what's his name?
Few and far
Boom
between.
Boom.
Oh, you mean Colt Cabana?
Yeah, he's the last person I saw do it.
Then he turns into the competent of the rocking chair. So, he would do it, but he did it. I don't like somebody applying a move that awesome and then looking like, ain't this fun? That bugs me. I put on a move like that, I'm gonna make you suffer. I'm gonna look like it. Like I've waiting all my life to mess you up like this, because that's a move for you right there. But obviously, Nakamura escaped. Knight and Nakamura had to fight for a long time with movie-scapes until they were in the right place. They kept messing up. It's like, we got to get the angle. We got to get to the corner right. You could see it. To me, it was just blaring in my face. But they had to get into the right spot for Shinsuke to hit the Bomaye and Knight to escape with a foot on the rope. They struggled, but they got there. Knight hit the Snapmare driver, and just as he goes for the pin, oh no, Bloodline attacks Knight because, he did throw him out that door. He thought there was going to be some kind of receipt for that. So Jacob...
He knew there was. He was all doing nothing but putting half-hearted effort into the match anyway.
You could see it. Jacob and Tama, they beat down Knight for a while. And I had to know that Jacob has adopted Papa Shango's dance.
Papa Shango did that?
It was Shango and who else?
Boogeyman.
Yeah, what was his name? That's it, the Boogeyman?
Yeah, the one with the worm eater.
The Night Crawlers. Yeah, the worm eater. Yeah. Shango, no, dang, Papa Shango didn't do that.
Uh-uh.
He had the smoking stick though.
Yeah.
But he didn't do the dance.
He didn't do the dance. That was Boogeyman. Papa Shango didn't like he had a spine. He couldn't move like that.
Hey, you got a point. Cody and Jimmy run in and they fight the Bloodline off. Cody screams for Aldis to make it a tag match. The match is made for the night. Okay, right. Yeah. But then that gets screwed up. Commentary immediately announces that it's the main event. Ain't go to commercial. That's going to be our main event. So just hear me out. Wrestling, I don't give up the business. The business unprotects itself. So commentary let everybody know, okay, so that spoils the match was already made, and this was just a spot to make it fit in. This makes it look fake for people not in the arena. Because the match is made, yeah, we're going to make the match. Okay, hey, y'all, it's going to be our main event. Really, you knew that? He just made the match right there in the open. He just gave the signal. There's no earpiece, no mic, no nothing, but y'all know it's going to be the main event. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Is it my fault that I can point that out? Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under. This was I'm straight up. This was your standard mid-card match from Motor City Machine Guns. We've watched way too many of them matches to know how they flow.
Yeah, they didn't put any extra effort in this.
None. They went through the motions. They did right. They did their thing. They did their shtick. But they went through the motions, and you could see it. A-Town Down Under, I've seen them do better than this. Not every match needs to be a 5-star match or a 4-star match. But that's why I miss professional wrestling. Cut the ring off. Let them get the hot tag or something. Show some headlock. Show them in the corner. Double team a little bit in the corner. Double team don't have to be in the middle of the ring for everyone to see. Get them in the corner. Choke them a little bit. Smack them in the back of the head. Something.
Yeah.
Little things mean a lot. Something that small can literally change the dynamic of a match in a viewer's eyes.
That's what I've been saying about Solo Sikoa.
Look, leave him alone. He knew. So look, Motor City Machine Gun, they won.
Man.
What?
Leave him alone. He knew.
Motor City Machine Gun, they won with the Hangman's Noose Neckbreaker and massive diving body press combination for the pin. They call it Skull and Bone. Then Tiffany Stratton comes out and tells her life story and evades a beatdown. After that, Naomi versus Bayley versus Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax. Bayley defeats Naomi with a version of the Overdriver, a really jacked up version of it. Bayley is now the #1 contender for a belt. And as I forgot his name, but the commentating guy that says, and did it before our eyes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the he's not British. He's something else. Scottish or something. I don't think he's British. His
I've
accent is
heard a
different.
lot of Scottish talking people, and they wouldn't say that.
I don't know. I was like, what? What is that? EYESIS? What is ISIS?
I wrote EYESES, ISIS. And look, I'm not even coming down on dude. Not like what others would think. It's just pointing out and having some fun. You know how many times we flummoxed some words? You know how many times I done forgot is and of? I'm like, look, can you get what's the thing and the thing down the hall? You know, a towel? Yeah, get the towel out, the thing, the closet, yeah.
Somebody said something to him about ISIS. Somebody had to say something to him like, dude.
What?
It's eyes.
I don't care. It's ISIS to me now. Now I'm going to make it a thing. Thanks for being a jerk about it. Now next time I'm going to go to, yes, welcome and look at all of this with your ISIS. I'm going to make it a thing. I ain't gonna lie. That's when you go into business for yourself, and then when you hear if you hear him say it this coming Friday, today, you hear him say it today, you know what that means, right? He's trying to get fired.
He's making a thing out of it.
Yep, Carmelo and Big Jim, they have some verbal fun in the back. Bayley did a good promo.
She did. It was short, sweet, to the point.
Yep. It was worth listening to. She is the next in line, and she pointed out a few things in a sports-based way, and pointed out that Stratton has never beaten her.
Never beat me, and walked off.
Yep, that was it. Short, straight to the point, like Cedra said.
I ain't gotta blow myself up. That's enough.
Yep, I done told you, and that's it. And I'm like, now I want to see the match. Mm-hmm. That's how that went. Now I want to see it. I don't care about no damn Bayley. She just ain't my cup of tea. But when she did that, I'm like, let's see what's up now. So Jacob cut a promo on his way to the ring.
As they have him do.
Jacob, I want to hear him talk every week.
Yeah.
He could come out and read something from Dr. Seuss, but in his way, and I'll be all right with it.
He's convincing.
Yes.
He pulls you in.
Jacob and Tama ain't no different. Tama he can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
You got two talkers. Man, let them talk. You just got to make sure Tama don't start cursing.
Yeah.
Tama gets a little loose-tongued.
Mm-hmm.
But Tama looked like he can't wait to murder somebody in front of their family, though.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man.
Tama Tonga came in and he murdered my whole family.
It was so cool.
So cool. Silly shit.
Boondocks. Man, I picture Ice Cube coming in and killing my whole family. It'd be so cool. It's like, what is wrong with you? So it's Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu versus Big Jimmy Uso and Cody Rhodes. Okay. And Jacob, if y'all go back and listen, Jacob loves saying Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes. It's like, oh, Cody, I'll turn around. What? Like, Dad called me from the grave. What in the world?
Saying my name like that.
It was a good match. Everyone got their stuff in. It looked really good. The faces did a homage to Power and Glory. Paul Roma and Hercules. Kevin Owens showed up and Cody fought him off. Kevin didn't even do it. He just walked down the aisle. Cody's like, and the commentary did a great job. They showed enough, defined, and executed when Cody said it's on site. When you see him, you get him. That's what he did. Yeah. It's on site. I see you. I got to get you. I don't care what's going on. It's on site. Beautiful. Perfect. Love it. Keep it going. Now, that means though Jimmy was left alone and they just beat him down. Jacob hit the BME for the win. And after the match, Kevin had the upper hand on Cody, and they, Cody didn't beat him down, but it threw him to a pallet of cases where they fought for a little bit. Cody runs, tackled Kevin off and onto a table because tables. Kevin hit hard on that flow. Mm-hmm. And Cody landed right on top of him. No, not much time for give.
Nope.
If Kevin has a hurt hip, yeah.
Or ribs.
Something. And then, so that made Kevin absorb everything. And they showed him when he was going off. And I like what Kevin did. Did you see what Kevin did?
He started trying to fight.
Yep. He started reaching for him, trying to fight. Cody got up all like, oh my goodness, I made it. The plane crashed. I'm the sole survivor. I made it. I ain't even got burn marks, dirt, dust, or smoke on me. No debris or other people. It's just me. And Owens is like, gotta kill him. I gotta kill him. And it went off like, no, not right now. Wait till next week. That's how that went. So with that, it's been Cedric and Cedric for CRWC and commentary. Friday night SmackDownish. I want y'all to be cool, be chill, be safe. And y'all sitting under the London tree. So we can see you next week. Peace.